Hi everyone, Martin here from martinsmayhem.blogspot.com. I hope you are well. So today's card was a little bit of a challenge that I set for myself. So it's using the Wishing You Well stamp set, and I'm sure you would have noticed if you follow me regularly that I use the flourish wreath a lot as well as a bow. However, I wanted to challenge myself in using some of the stamp sets that I haven't used so far, and this was the outcome. So I think it's slightly different from my normal style of card. However, super easy and super simple, and I'm going to show you how it's done. So I've brought in a base of crumb cake, and that's just a standard C6 size, side opening, and I've created a mat 4mm shorter all the way around. And that's just so it sits perfectly on the card and it has a cute little border. So let's just bring in our snow adhesive and glue that down. Like so. So that's the base done. Move that out of the way for now. Let's do some stamping. So for today's stamping, I'm going to bring in the Stamparatus. I'll move the card out of the way as well, just so you can see. So I've already mounted the stamp that I'm using, and what I've done is I'm going to have a piece of Very Vanilla measuring 6 centimeters by 9, and that's just going to sit in this little gap here, like so. So as you can see, I've already done a little rough drawing of where it's going to sit, and the whole purpose of it is just so I could line it up. And I'm just going to grab one of my magnets and secure it down in the corner. So I'm going to initially ink her in crumb cake ink, and I'm just going to do all of it like so. So you can see that's rather inky now. Put that ink pad away. And now I'm going to bring in the garden green. But with the garden green, so I can get the green leaves. I'm going to put that there just so you can see. I'm going to bring in a sponge dauber, and I'm just going to ink it up with my finger and just touch it down on the leaves, just so the stem is still brown or crumb cake and the leaves are green. So I'm going to move that out of the way, and I'm just going to stamp this down. And there you have it. As you can see, this area is green and this area is crumb cake. So I'm going to close that over and put that out of the way. And then I'm going to bring in the flowers, as you can see here. And I've mounted it onto a C block, and I'm going to bring in cherry cobbler. And with this, just because I don't want the intensity of the colour of the cherry cobbler, I'm just going to stamp off and stamp on, like so. Stamp off, and with this it fits perfectly in on itself, so it's like a puzzle piece, as you can see. And that's that. Nice and simple and super effective. So with this, if I bring back in the example, you can see I've done a little strip of garden green down the edge. I've cut a piece of the cardstock measuring 1 centimetre wide by 9, and all I'm going to do is bring back my snail adhesive and run it down the side like so. I am going to do 2 strips, and you'll see why later on. So it's just gone over, there we go. So all I'm going to do is line it up like so and press it down with my fingers. You have a cute little side border. So that's now done. All I am going to do is take my bone folder, which is here, and I'm just going to slightly work that edge just so it curves a little bit like that, and that just gives an extra dimension to the card. So I'm not going to put that down that way because obviously that glue would adhere it to the craft mat, which I don't want just yet. So with the sentiment, I've also got a piece of crumb cake which measures, I think it's 7mm, and I've just cut it to, I think it's 10.5, the size of a card, yeah. And that was just so I had plenty to be working with. So I'm going to bring back my garden green ink pad, and I have a sentiment, wishing you well. Just going to ink that up and just eyeball it really. You can be a perfectionist, I know we all are, however for the sake of a video I'm not. And we're just going to put that down like so, and then that's just going to sit on top, and we're going to measure it to the card afterwards. That's why we've got plenty of length this side and this side. So we're going to bring in some twine now, which is beautiful. Just unravel a coil, and all I'm going to do is wrap it around my fingers multiple times. I think I've got too much. And then just spray it out like so. And you see this extra bit of adhesive that we had on the side of our card. That's just going to do the job of holding our twine in place, like so. Obviously you guys can spend a lot longer playing, getting it perfect. There we go. And then that's just going to be popped up on some large dimensionals onto our card. And while this corner is curved, I'm just going to put one slightly further in, just so it is secured to our card base. There we go. Turn it around, bringing back our card base, and I'm just going to put it towards the centre, but centre right, like so. And there you go. So now I'm going to bring back our sentiments, and what I'm going to do is bring in some smaller dimensionals and just put them behind where the sentiment falls, like so. And this is so I know the sentiment is going to be on the card, so this is just going to sit as and where I wish. So I'm going to go slightly higher, like so. And then just bring in my scissors. I can cut this bit down, like so. And I can just cut this at a slight angle, like that. Curve that corner a little bit more. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed today's card. While you're here, why not pop into the description bar below to see a full list of the products used, as well as like, comment and subscribe to my channel. And why not share to your social media so everybody can see how quick and easy it is to make a card like this. I will see you around. Bye.